Hi, this is Renzo Gracie. I'm Craig Cucuck, and this is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu's Escape from the Bottom. On this tape, you're going to see a number of different ways for the guy on the bottom to escape. But first off, we want to get good defense. We don't want to leave our arms hanging out. So we get an arm lock, or down here so we get in a choke. So first off, we want to put the guys on the bottom's arms in the right position. And how he wants to have them is something like this. He wants to keep it right under here, underneath my armpit, and the other one right under my hip right here. If he leaves this out here, he ends up in a bad position. If he leaves this out here, you could possibly be taken in an arm lock. Okay, so you want to have good defense and keep yourself like this.
The positions of my opponent's arm will determine my escape. So if he's crossing me like this, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use my elbow here and I'm gonna put him on my guard. How I'm gonna do this? I'm gonna slide my hip to this side here, and I'm gonna extend my right leg like this, and I'm gonna slide my hip, and I'm gonna come with this knee inside like this. So I keep the pressure with the elbow, and this leg you're gonna come in. So until I put, when my knees is out here a little bit, I'm gonna stand in front of him like this. So I'm here, I'm gonna put my elbow on his hip, and then I'm gonna extend my leg, slide my hip, and I'm gonna bring my knee inside like this until I lock the leg. So once again, if his arms are like this, I'm gonna just put one over here, another one here, and this elbow, we're gonna work like this. I'm gonna slide my body to this side, and then I'm gonna bring my knee inside here. So after that, I'm gonna turn in the front of him like this, locking the leg. Once again, to make sure that this is gonna work, he has to have both hands in the same side. What is this? The other side of his body. So there's nothing to avoid me to bring my leg inside here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep my elbow on his hip, I'm gonna put this hand over here under his wing, and now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sweep my hip away to him like this. So I'm gonna extend this leg, and it will become inside like this. So I keep pressure until I lock.
This position is much the same. The opponent's arms, both arms are on the same side. Okay? Make sure that your arm is underneath here. You want it here and here like we saw earlier. Okay? You can just put your hand right here. Now this time, as I start to bring my knee under, like the move we just saw, the guy blocks it with his knee. Okay? So what I want to do is I start to come here, I want to push with this leg up this way. Now as he pushes back, I'm going to bring this elbow to this knee, or this wrist to this knee, either one, right, that way. I don't want to throw him this way because he's going to hit his head. I'm going to throw him that way. So I push up and then let go and bring him over. Okay, when we're doing this position, let's take a look at it with Renzo off the top of me. I'm here and here. My arm is up under his armpit, this and his waist. As I push up here and Renzo starts to push back, I'm going to use his weight against him. He's pushing against me. I'm going to let go. And when I let go, this leg doesn't stay here. It wants to drop, and I want to bring him this way. My elbow is in his hip, so I'm pushing, and then drop and go. Once he starts pushing back against you. Okay? So we're here. I start trying to bring the knee in. He brings his knee. I push, and then I drop and bring him over. Make sure, one more time. Make sure that when you're pushing against him, this leg drops. Okay, one more time. So push, and then drop.
This time when he's across my side, he puts the arms in a different position. So he put it one this side and another one to the other side, holding my leg and my hip here. So it became very hard to me to put it, the knee here. You know, the knee won't come in with this arm here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my other hand underneath there, and then this one I'm gonna keep on the hip, and I'm gonna make sure that I bump him and be on my side to avoid his weight. So I'm here, I do this, I stay on my side, never on my back. So after I do this, my idea is stay on my knees. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make a little switch of legs here and be on my knees. And when I be on my knees, I'm gonna grab his leg like this. I had to make sure that I'm gonna get this leg over here, never this one. So I'm here, I bump a little bit, I get on my side, so I'm gonna grab his leg here. Once again, he has one hand of each side, so it became very hard to take this leg off here because of this arm. So I'm gonna put my hand under his knee, under his arm there. So now I'm gonna keep the pressure here with my elbow. I'm gonna bump him on my side. Now I'm gonna start to turn and grab his leg. After this, I'm gonna bring his leg like this and put him down. So once again, he has the one hand of each side, the other one is holding my leg. So it's very hard to put in a guard. So I'm gonna put the elbow here, right next to his belt here, and I'm gonna bump him and be on. I never had to stay on my back like this. I had to stay on my side to make me feel more comfortable. Now I'm gonna start to turn on my knees, grab his leg, and turn him down like this. Let's take a last look at it. So I'm here, he has one arm of each side, so I can't put my leg in here because of his arm here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep my elbow on his hip, I'm gonna put my hand under his arm here, and now I'm gonna bump him and be on my side, like this. So now I'm gonna change legs to be on my knee, and you have to make sure that this arm here is coming near to your hip ribs, like this, to help you be on your knees. Because it's hard to be on your knees like this. So you're gonna bring this arm and then be on your knees. So we are here, and now I bump you and get on my side. I get on my knees and I grab your leg. So now I'm gonna bring your leg and lift up my head to make you turn. This time, my opponent put the hand underneath my head, like this. So it became a little bit hard to me to turn this side, because his shoulder blocked my face. So block all my body to turn. It's very hard. So what I'm gonna do, he lift the weight here, I'm gonna put my elbow on his hip, I'm gonna put this hand below his chin like this, under his chin. Now I'm gonna escape my hip like this. So I'm gonna slide my hip like this. And when I do this, my knee will come in like this. You see? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna slide my hip. This knee will gonna come inside. So after that, I'm here. I'm gonna slide my hip. My knee will gonna come inside. I'm gonna avoid him. And this leg will gonna pass over his head like this. So after that, I'm gonna lift up this knee a little bit, and I'm gonna finalize here in armbar. So once again, he already found here and hold my hand. It's very hard to me to turn for that side over there, because he's blocked all my body, blocking my chin here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my hand under his chin like this. The other one, my elbow, is gonna be like elbow escape position here on his hip. Now I'm gonna put this feet on the ground and I'm gonna escape my hip this direction. Now my knee is gonna come inside. So the other leg, we're gonna pass over his head and I'm gonna finalize him here. It's very important to remember that this knee has to come in like this, to come up like this. So now I just press here.
This time my opponent's trying to mount on top of me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out the back door this way. So as he brings his, I keep my hand here, elbow right in here, just like normal. Now as he starts bringing the knee into mount, I want to put my knee to my elbow, and as he keeps on mounting, I trap his leg, grab my arm, and roll him back. Take a look one more time. Hand here. I want to bump up and turn a little bit. Make sure you're not flat on the ground like this. It's hard. It's hard, 1 second, to get to here if you're laying flat. It's kind of hard. He might slip his knee in right here and end up mounted on top of you. So you want to make sure that when you bump up, you get this side like you're on your side, not on your back. So let's look at it one more time. So I bump up and turn a little bit sideways. As he mounts, I put my knee to my elbow, and now I just kind of scoop my hips this way. Now, once I'm over here, I hook the leg, grab my arm, and over we go. Okay, let's look at it one more time. The hand is here. I bump up, turn to my side. My elbow, it's going to be right here. Keep this firm. As he mounts, I turn sideways, get my elbow touches my knee, and now I scoot out. Trap the leg, bring him over. Go.
Once again, my opponent tried to mount me. But only this time, he will change his base like this to pass his leg over to get him mounted like this. So what I'm gonna do? Once he did this, I know that he's gonna try to mount. So I'm gonna take this elbow from here and I'm gonna hug him on the ribs here. So I keep this hand over here. As soon as he go to pass the leg, I'm gonna arch my body like this, like a bridge, and I'm gonna turn him down this way. So let's take another look. As soon as he changed the base like this, I know exactly that he's gonna mount. So I keep this here, the hand under his arm. I keep the elbow like this. I'm gonna leave the elbow and I'm gonna put the hand on his ribs like this. So as soon as his feet starts to leave the ground, I'm going to start to arch my body to fall on the top position. Once again, he can mount out the whole time, look. But what he cannot do is change the hip on the top of me like this, because this will consolidate his base. So I had to avoid this, doing the arching my body before he do the change. So when his leg is going, I'm gonna make the bridge and turn him like this.
This is a very common move for the top guy in a street fight. He's going to try and, he can't punch me from here because he doesn't have the distance. So what he's going to try to do is come up and then punch me. So what I want to do from the bottom, I want to keep my elbow in, Hand here, just like normal. Remember, I want to bump up. I want to bump up and get it all his weight off me. I don't want to be laying flat again. So I bump up and turn a little bit sideways. Now when I turn sideways, I want to make sure that my knee is right here, right next to his hip, right in that hole right there where his hip is. Okay? So one more time, I want to bump up and bring my knee right close here. You can just sit it right here, right on his hip. Now, as he starts to leave me to come back, I stay with him and then I pull away, bringing my knee in to keep him away. As we come up together, and then I break away and keep my knee in tight. One more time. So here, I want to bump up and get sideways. Keep the knee in. As he goes back to punch me, he comes back, I bring the knee in. Okay, once again. I bump up, turn sideways. Knee in the hip. Now, as he starts to back up, the knee comes across and the head pulls away. Doesn't have that timing. Once more.
This time, my opponent tried to walk around to my head, so I will use his movement against him. So once he is here, he tried to go to the other side for attack my arm or something like that. So I will tighten this arm over here, and I'm gonna lift up this one, pressing and make him roll in the exact moment that he's passing like this. So I will end up on the top. So once again, just here, when I'm here, and he grabbed this arm, so he probably will go to the arm lock. So I had to put this arm under here, and when he comes like this to walking around to finalize me on this arm, I'm gonna turn him using his movement against him. He put the weight, the same weight that he's putting here is the one that I'm gonna use it to turn him over like this, to stay on the top. So once again, once he's here, he starts to walk, I'm gonna use it now. I arch my body and I make a bridge to turn over him. Let's do it again. So he came walking around me over my head, so I'm gonna arch my body and make him turn. So once again, he's here, so he has to put his weight. So don't let me stand up like this, sit up like this. So I'm gonna use his weight against himself. So when he puts the weight, I'm gonna arch my body. I have to make sure that I'm not doing this. I'm arching my body and put his weight up like this, and then I turn him to finish on the bottom, on the top. So I'm here. Once he starts to walk on the head, I just turn him. On this position, he will try to get the side control, so I will avoid before he gets this position. So when he tries to come over here, he always comes with this arm to grab or something. I'm gonna hold his wrist and put it over there, inside, almost below his stomach, like this. So the other hand, we're gonna grab here, right on his back. I'm gonna put my head almost on his stomach like this and make him roll like this. Once again. Once I'm here, he's almost passing the guard, I almost get the side control. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab his wrist here, throw his hand to his stomach like this. The other hand is gonna get on his back, and I'm gonna put my head right below him like this. And I'm gonna make him roll and fall right next to him. Once again, since I'm here, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hold his wrist. If he has a gi, I hold the gi. If he doesn't, I get his wrist like this. So I can keep his wrist over there, and I'm gonna grab his hand here. If this is without a gi, you see, I keep the both hands on his hands like this. So I put my hand into his stomach like this, under his body. So I start to hold him, and I will fall right on his side. Once again, the same position without a gi. Pay attention on my hands. So once he got it, just stay over here. I'm gonna get his wrist, and this hand is gonna grab his hand over here, my hand. So now I'm gonna get into him and make him turn to fall right next to him. Once again, I grab his wrist and I keep it under his stomach like this. So with this hand, I'm gonna grab his hand over there. After I grab his hand, I'm gonna put my head right below him like this. So I'm gonna turn him now, and I will fall on his side.
So remember, when someone's across your side in a fight, your number one priority is to keep your opponent from mounting. Take a look and see what happens if you don't. Now let's take a look at two experienced ground fighters in a no-rules fight. This fight lasted 55 minutes before being broken up. As you'll notice, the only thing that saved this fighter on the bottom from a beating was his knowledge of ground fighting. Although boring from an action standpoint, this is a good fight to watch to see how to keep your opponent from mounting.
passou real.
Vai pagar, agora a gente fica na porta. Aí, parar, hein? É por causa da invasão aqui do prédio. Você ficaria o Vinicinho, cara? Socorro.
Mas tem que ser formação de arrastar. Formação de arrastar e formação de
Now here's a look at movements covered on the other tapes in our series, volumes 1 through 11.
This next arm lock we're going to do from the guard position, between my legs. I want to take this hand and I'm keeping my pelvis up, keeping weight so I can't take any punches. And I'm going to push this way, and I want to push the arm this way, and I want to come in underneath and hold here with this arm, with this hand. Okay? So it looks like this. Like that. Push it across and hang on. Hang on to the back of the head. I want to put this foot on the ground and scoot my hips out. I don't want to scoot this way. I want to scoot my hips that way. Scoot out. This hand comes over the face. Now the leg comes over, and I keep my heel to my butt. Keep him tight. If I leave it like this, a big guy's just going to stand up and yank his arm out of there. If I keep it like this, he can't get out. Then my pelvis just lifts forward.
This is a elbow lock. So for the right situation to happen is when the guy tries to grab your arms and stay like this. You're going to slide away your hips like this, put your feet on his ribs like this, and you're going to grab his elbow like that and press. You're going to finalize here. You see? It's very important to put your hands on his elbow when you slide like this to keep his arm here. So after you put your feet on his ribs, you're going to press with your knee like this. See? Once again, I'm here. He tried to grab my arms. I'm going to his elbow like this, put my feet on his hip and escape. After that, I put my knee on his elbow and I press like this. So as the last one, it's the same as the last one, he grabs on here. But unfortunately, he bends me over like this, grabbing his hand. So what I have to do, I can't straighten my body up, you know? So I'm gonna grab his rib here, like this, with this hand. The other one, I'm gonna put on his other knee, like this. And this feet, we're gonna come as I wanted to touch the both thumbs, like this. So I'm here, I'm gonna do this. After I do this position, I'm gonna sit on my ankle here, and then roll falling mountain like this, very slowly. Going straight to the mount position. Then I'm gonna put this hand on his neck, get the other one, and pressure until his arm be straight. Now I'm gonna put this hand on the ground and finalize with an arm lock. So once again, after he bent me over, I grab his hip here with this hand there. The other one, I'm gonna get his knee like this. No tongue, like this. So this feet, we're gonna come in a step like, I wanna step inside his legs, like this. After I do this, I'm gonna sit here and mount and get the mount position straight. So I leave the weight behind for he doesn't roll me again this way. So I put the hand on his neck like this, I give the pressure, and then I go for the arm lock. Once again, my opponent tried to stand again in my guard. So after he stand up, I'm gonna open my leg like this, try to put my knees together like this, and I'm gonna grab his ankles with my hands like this. So I was block it like this, he stand up, I open it, my legs, and I put the knees together. Now I'm gonna grab his ankles and push him down like this. After he falls, I'm gonna put the hand on the ground like this, this side. I'm gonna put the hand and I'm gonna throw my pelvis to the front. So like this, I fall, I throw my pelvis, I get the mount position. You see, once again. So he stand up here, I open my leg, I grab his ankles, and I throw him. So I put the hand on the ground, I throw my pelvis, and I get the mount position.
In the street fight, one of the worst possible positions to get in is mounted.
From here, he can punch me and I can't punch him. Okay, so this is a bad position for us to be in. If I do end up in this position, however, there's a few things I can do to get out. But first of all, I have to keep, number one, I want to keep my arms in, my elbows on the ground. When I say arms in, I don't mean like this, because he can still slide up underneath my elbows and possibly get an arm lock or something like this on me. So I want to keep my elbows in like this. If he does get up under my elbows, all I want to do is put my feet on the ground and slide forward. And now keep your elbows to the ground. Easy enough. Okay? Also, I want to keep my legs flat on the ground. I don't want to give him a base for his legs to hook into. He has a he can stabilize himself much better up here. Much more power if he wants to punch me. From here, it's a lot better for me. I want to stay like a board on the ground. I also want to keep my head flat on the ground. I don't want to keep my head up because he comes under my neck and it holds on to me. It's much more difficult for me to get him out of here from this position too. So I want to keep my head down, legs down, and elbows to the side. Just put your hands on your chest. Don't get in the habit of extending your arms because you have the arm locks here. So keep your arms by your side. Okay, in this next movement, if the person's trying to choke me, I want to push him away with my legs. He's in my guard. I want to push the hand away and pull in with my legs at the same time. Okay? This hand wants to come here and grab the bicep. Okay? The hand goes in the back of the head and squeeze. So one more time. He's going to choke me. I push him away, push the hand away, and pull in with the legs at the same time. This hand's going to keep him close. Grab your bicep, put your hand on the back of your head, and squeeze.
So let's see one more time. We grab his arm, pass my leg over his head like this, and lock it on the other side. So I cross his arm on my stomach like this, and to increase the pressure, I bring his head down with my both hands like this. And the important thing, I had to arch my back for increase the pressure here.
So one last time. He tries to choke me. I push the hand to the side as I lift up. I come down and keep this pinned underneath with the weight. I can't just try to keep this here with my arm because he'll yank it back out of the way. I want to make sure that when I push down, I follow up with my body, keeping all the weight on top of him. My hand holds it here. Hand it to the other. Hand it to your other hand. Keep all the weight on top of him. Slide your knee up. Keep this knee down. And turn him to here. Very bad position. Elbow and a punch. Okay, if the person's holding the legs tight, once again, I want to grab his lapel here and his sleeve here. Stand up. Now, my leg is going to move into the crack right here, and I just want to drop. This breaks the legs. One time. Stand up. Bring the leg in the middle and drop. Now from here, I want to continue the position. I want to put the knee down to the ground, but I want to make sure this elbow comes down like this with it. So I come just like this. And come across side. Okay, now let's get into a few takedowns. A common position is when two guys end up here, whether he's pulling away and I'm pulling this way or whatever, we end up like this. So what I want to do is I want to hang on here and hang on here. I don't have to hold on to his gi or anything, just hang on to his arm and his back. Now from here, what I want to do is put the weight on this foot and step in right next to his foot right here. Don't step too far through, I just want to step right next to his foot. Okay? So we're here. I want to bring the foot in, and now I'm going to fall back that way. Okay? So I step in, I fall down. Now my foot hooks underneath here, and we fall over. I want to end up mounted. Okay? Let's try it one more time. So we're here. Put this foot in here. Right here. Fall down. Hook the leg, and bring him over.
Craig Kukuk, Renzo Gracie. Martial arts mats by Mancino. 30 years of manufacturing excellence, the ground floor of a championship workout. Mancino Manufacturing Company. 800-338-6287.